Hello friends, welcome to Del Soccer. My name is Delali Frank and this is News Daily, where I serve you with all the major trending news in the last few hours. In today's edition, we're going to talk about the African Cup of Nations draw. Now Ghana know their opponents so far as the group stages is concerned. We talk about how Ghanaians have reacted to it, and also the Egyptians head coach who is going to play against Ghana has also reacted to it. We're going to talk about his reaction, and then I'll give you some updates from the camp of the Black Stars who held their last training or their third training in USA. This and many more is what we're going to discuss. So if it's your first time, please hit on the subscription button and let's build this community together. But after that, leave a comment in the comment section so that in my next video, I'm definitely going to give you a shout out. But without wasting much time, let's get straight into today's video. So we're going to start from a recap of the African Cup of Nations draw. I brought you a quick update yesterday after the draw was held. So maybe quickly we'll just go through the teams and then the groups and then whoever has been given. But Ghana is in Group B, which has some interesting teams. It has Egypt, it has Mozambique, it has Cape Verde, and then the Black Stars is up. So Ghana finds itself in Group B. Quite an interesting fixture or quite an interesting group, like a group that if you look at it, you would feel that Ghana would easily go through. But there's been a lot of Ghanaians who are also a bit skeptical because of how we have performed in the last few years. Sometimes Ghana, we get decent groups, but we mostly struggle to go through those groups. And a lot of Ghanaians have been worried about how the Black Stars may show up. You don't know the kind of Black Stars that will show up in some circumstances. But ideally, naturally, these are groups that Ghana should be able to go past them. But these are teams that Ghana should be able to go past them. But what happened in Comoros, what happened in Cameroon, serves as a clear warning of what we should expect and why we shouldn't be overconfident and be complacent. And that's the problem, because when we played in Cameroon, we had an interesting group, like a group that has Gabon and Comoros, but we in these groups quite similar to what we have now, like a very top gun and then two teams that you should be easily go past, but we struggle to go past that group. So Ghanaians are a bit skeptical, so I'm going to read some of Ghanaians and their reactions and what people actually said about the Black Stars. Emmanuel Ayanga is a sports journalist. He said, ideally, it should be a straight wins against Mozambique and Cape Verde, and whatever happens against Egypt, who, by the way, So I'm going to start with some comments from my colleague sports journalist, Emmanuel Ayanga. He says, ideally, it should be straight wins against Mozambique and Cape Verde, and whatever happens against Egypt, who, by the way, are as light as Ghana currently. That's true. Like Egypt, come on, they are just like the Black Stars now. They don't know, like this is not the Egypt that won the African Cup of Nations 6 times. Like this is not the Egypt. So he said Ghana currently wouldn't matter. But after what happened in Cameroon last time, I should probably choose. So ideally, it should be straight wins against Mozambique and Cape Verde, and whatever happens against Egypt, who, by the way, are as light as Ghana currently, wouldn't matter. But after what happened in Cameroon last time, out, I should probably choose. Yeah, a lot of people are worried by that. Is AFCON. Every single group is a group of death. Cape Verde and Mozambique can hang it on Ghana and Egypt's head. Can hang it on Ghana and Egypt's head because AFCON has no rules. This one says group of death for sure. Cape Verde has a lot of experience in players who are used to the Portuguese league and access some of the modern football techniques. Same as Mozambique. Egypt na landlords. Ghana, be aware. Let's go right under the Football Association's tweets and read some comments. That's where you find funny comments. It says, Nungwa Kadibi says Ghana is stopping this group. And someone replied, topping what? Anyway, you can come second after Egypt. And then someone replied, Egypt is not strong like that. Oh. Yeah, it's true. Someone posted calculator. I said official sponsor for the Black Stars with an emoji calculator. Calculating. Yeah, we have to go through calculations more before we go through. We know we will be out before the third match. Politics will bring us home early. Ghana cannot beat Egypt and Cape Verde, so first round exits. Someone posted a track with agenda written on it and said it will still be complicated. 7 points looking likely. Others said we are coming home. Ghana should make it to the next group of this stage or the next stage of this group. Someone said, "Se Egypt board draw na yensu yeshe Mozambique ana would ye make Cape Verde lose. Jimmy say then we go come home." Oh nah. People understand you here. He's just basically doing the calculation. Someone said, "We are still unbeaten on African soil. Just know that, and not even the almighty Nigeria could stop us." Yeah, someone is just reminding that, Charlie, this be the Black Stars they talk about too. Let me try and see if I can get other people's reactions. You people should allow the right players to play. Don't bring in players you are managing to play. Another comment said, Tariq Lamte, Ashimeru, Mohamed Salisu, Baba Idris, Jojo Wala, Kotitani Amate, Jiku Kamadi, Fatah Shaku, Bukari Usman, and many more. DSAF still team sets with more fires. Mo Kudus versus Mo Salah. Yeah, true. This one says, we can't beat anyone in this group. Our team is made. Someone posted a poll. He said, what do you think? Calculation. He cast. Vim Day. 6 days, 22 votes. How many votes? 6 days left. Let me see the number of people. Okay, so 46 people have voted for calculations. 9.4 people have voted for a cast, and Vim Day is 44.6%. Yeah, basically. So I think basically, if you look at people's reaction, it's mixed feelings. Others, it's more of people being a bit careful because in Cameroon we had similar group, but we failed to qualify. So it's more like Ghanaians know that ideally this should be a group that we should easily go past, but because of past experiences, we are careful. They said you're work Canada, so that's how Ghanaians are reacting to it. More like Charlie, this thing for qualify, but you're also careful, But let's talk about the Egyptian head coach who has also reacted. His name is Real Victoria. He says we are in a strong group with teams that have every good player. We are in a strong group with teams that have very good players. Ghana are fierce competitors for the title, but we are Egypt and ready. That's true. No matter what, no matter how bad Ghana, no matter the past experiences, if Ghana is in the African Cup of Nations, we are automatically favorites. Like we are automatically one of the favorites. So what he's saying is true. Now let's talk about the Black Stars and the fixtures that we are going to play and the time and the fixtures. I have like the games that we are going to play, the time you are supposed to play these games, and then the fixtures and where we are playing. So Ghana, as I said, obviously is in Group B. We are going to start our first game on January 14, 2024. The Black Stars will open their African Cup of Nations campaign with a match against Cape Verde at the Stade Felix Hooper Bergin in Abidjan on January 14, 2024. So we're going to start our first game against Cape Verde, which is quite good. Ghana start with Cape Verde, plays the easiest, like one of the easiest among the group. So you get a 3 points and then you are sorted. So that's going to happen on January 14, 2024. And then 2 days after, which is January 18, 2024, we're going to play against Egypt in the same stadium. So in the same stadium, we're going to play against Egypt on January 18, 2024. And then the last one is going to be against Mozambique, which is going to play at the Stade Alassane Ouattara 4 days later. So that's what is going to happen. We are going to play in January 14 first, and then January 18, 2024, and then 4 days later, which is going to be January 22nd January 2024. So we're going to play the group stages in January. It's going to start on 14th January and end in 4 days after the second game, which is going to be January 2022. So that's Black Stars games and the time that we are supposed to play. That is it. Let's go to recent and talk about the Black Stars again. We are going to play our recent game in Accra. Our recent game, which is going to be the friendly game. Just an update from the camp of the Black Stars. The team held its last training or the third training earlier in USA. So Ghana is kind of US preparing for a friendly game against US and then Mexico. The first one is going to be against Mexico, which is happening on Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Ghana time, but 8:30 p.m. American time. That's what is going to happen. I'm going to follow the team. In my next video, I'm going to give you my possible starting 11 and who I think should be starting in that particular game and how we should approach that game. But it's obviously a full house for the Black Stars, and they are wishing them the best of luck in these friendly games. We're going to follow the team keenly. If we get reactions from the coach or any other player too, I am definitely going to let you know. So my name is Delali Frank. That's all for today's edition. Until we meet again. Bye bye for now.